Good day, everybody. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about HPV vaccine. As we all know, HPV vaccine has been shown to effectively protect us from some of the cancer-causing HPV, thus reducing our risks of getting cervical cancer in future. While going for our regular cervical cancer screening when we are eligible is important, this will help to detect any of the abnormal cell that has the potential to become cancer by any of the commonest cancer-causing HPV that we may have been exposed to. There is another way that we can actually protect ourselves from cervical cancer, and that is by getting the HPV vaccine. The HPV vaccine will protect us from any of the commonest cancer-causing HPV that we may not have been exposed to at the moment, but there is a potential we may be exposed to it in future. Cervical cancer is also known as cancer of the neck of the womb. It is known as a silent cancer. Majority of women don't even realize that they have cervical cancer because in the early stages, cervical cancer usually have no symptoms at all. The early stages of cervical cancer is asymptomatic. We can actually still prevent cervical cancer, and one of the ways is for us to go for regular cervical cancer screening. Regular cervical cancer screening will allow us to actually detect abnormal cell that has the potential to become cancer and treat it early before you actually get cervical cancer. In Singapore, the National Cervical Cancer Screening Program do recommend women between 25 and 69 years old, if you ever had sex, to go for regular cervical cancer screening. If you are between 25 and 29 years old, please go for your pap smear, which is recommended every 3 years. If you are between 30 to 69 years old, then you can do the HPV DNA test every 5 years. The HPV DNA test is performed exactly like the pap smear, but it does not look at the abnormal cell, but it actually tries to detect the cancer-causing HPV. Cervical cancer is a preventable disease. No women should actually be burdened with this terrible disease because we can actually protect ourselves from getting the infection that can cause cervical cancer. So remember, go for your regular cervical cancer screening and actually also talk to your doctor regarding HPV vaccination. There are a lot of things in life that we will worry about in future. Cervical cancer need not be one of them.